Hi everyone and welcome. In this short session, we're going to talk about the importance of using heading styles when creating content in Canvas and how doing so can improve accessibility for all learners. Let's begin with the why. When you create pages, assignments, or discussions in Canvas, you may be tempted to format your text by simply changing the font size or making it bold to make it look like a heading. But here's the problem. Visual formatting alone doesn't help screen readers or assistive technologies understand your content structure. Using proper heading styles in Canvas helps screen reader users navigate easily between sections of a page, organizes your content with a clear, logical hierarchy, improves the user experience for all students, and aligns with accessibility standards that are required by law. Now let's walk through how to apply heading styles when editing content in Canvas. As you can see here, I have an assignment opened in Canvas. I've already clicked on Edit to bring me to the editing window, which appears anytime you're editing an assignment, a page, or a discussion. I'm also within what is called as a rich content editor. Please note that the title of the page, up here and here, the assignment name or the discussion name or the page name, is automatically formatted as a heading 1 or the top level heading, which is why there's no option for heading level 1 anywhere in the styles box. To apply a heading to a text, select the text you want to designate as a heading. For example, I can highlight Plan a Virtual Field Trip and add to ePortfolio. Maybe I want to apply a heading style here. To apply the heading style, at the top of the Rich Content Editor, you would locate the Styles box. You would click the drop-down arrow. Generally, it's already on Paragraph by default, and you would apply the appropriate style. You would choose Heading 2 for main sections. Remember, Canvas reserves Heading 1 for the page title. You would use Heading 3 for subsections, and Heading 4 for subsections if necessary. Again, in the case of this assignment, this is already a heading level 2. I can tell that by when I select it, it comes up heading 2 here. And then down at the bottom of the rich text editor, I have an H2 here, which is kind of HTML code for heading level 2. You can see that the purpose of the assignment is a heading level 3. If it were on paragraph, and I decided I wanted to make it a heading level 3, which would be the next heading in the hierarchy, because remember, the name of the assignment, Canvas Heading Styles Demo, is the heading level 1, and to Plan a Virtual Field Trip and add to ePortfolio is a heading level 2. So the subsection would be a heading level 3. I simply highlight the text, come to the Styles box, drop down arrow, and hit heading 3. You can see that it pre-formatted it with the heading level 3 option. Now, if I want to verify, I simply highlight it. It says heading 3 up here and H3 down below for a heading level 3. Just because it's designated as a heading 3 does not mean that I need to keep or you need to keep all the pre-formatting selections. I could highlight this, change the font size to something more appropriate, let's say 18 point. I don't want it bolded, and maybe I just want black font. I can change anything about the style, the bolding, the italicizing, etc., even the color of the text, and still retain, as you see, heading 3 and H3 down here. Please remember not to skip heading levels. Use the headings in order. For example, heading 2, then a heading 3. Then a heading 3 can be followed by another heading level 3, or a heading 4. However, a heading 3 should never be followed by a heading 2. Skipping levels can confuse screen readers. If you don't like the color, size, font, etc. of the pre-formatted style Canvas applies, remember you can always change those options and the heading will still retain the heading level you set it to. Let's recap best practices for heading styles within Canvas. Use heading 2 for main content sections in Canvas. Use heading 3 or 4 for subsections or subsections. Avoid using font size or bold text alone to indicate a heading. And keep your heading structure consistent throughout your course. This small change has a big impact. Your course will be easier to navigate, more accessible, and more professional. Thanks for watching. By using heading styles correctly in Canvas, you're not only improving accessibility, you're also creating a more organized and user-friendly learning experience for all your students. Let's keep designing with accessibility in mind.